When I saw Peaceful Gamer's tweet about his Atlas Pass, I was immediately inspired to create something. The first thing was trying to figure out how to create the prop, because my first reaction was I'm going to shoot the card on a white background. Unfortunately, I have yet to receive an Atlas Pass, so it's been difficult to try and make a video about something that I don't have. So I had to create a physical and a digital copy of the Atlas Pass with only a few resources available to me. So Peaceful Gamer offered up a high-res version photo of the Atlas Pass. Fortunately, we had the same designation, so I really didn't have to touch anything. After throwing it into Photoshop, I got to print the card, but the paper that I'm using, like you would find in an actual business card, it would ruin my printer. So after trying to print several variations of the card itself, I could not get the back and the front lined up exactly. But I also noticed you could see right through it very, very easily. So that was obviously a problem. And that's when I figured, well, I could just probably get some black construction paper and make that the back of the card. So I said, okay, I'll print the front of it, and then we'll cut out a few layers of the construction paper and then put the sticker on it in the back. And it works. It helps because it's thicker, which means it's heavier, and it'll react to the physics of the real world a little better, so that when it's on camera, it's a little more believable. Now, creating the envelope was also a challenge because I didn't know what they looked like. Again, I asked Peaceful Gamer, hey, what does the envelope look like? And he gave me some really detailed pictures to show me exactly what it looked like. This is the prop that I used to rip, but you kind of get the idea here. I had to basically redesign the entire thing because all the photos that I found online were either JPEGs or really low-res images and scans and whatnot. So I was like, okay, I got the gist of the design, and I did this in like 45 minutes. I created more guidelines to show myself after printing where the envelope needs to go. So when printed, I get this, and I kind of gave myself some instructions as to how to insert this piece of paper for it to be printed correctly on the envelope. Taking this template and basically just laying it over the template and then taping the sides and let that go into the printer this way, so that when it's printed out, it's all on the envelope and not the piece of paper. I printed maybe 4 or 5 of these to make sure that I got the take and I didn't have to stop recording and then print more. It's good to have a few extra props on hand, especially when you can't fix them like this. Prop making 101. And so once I got the footage shot, I had to go back to the Atlas Pass and create a new layer, which was just where the foil was printed. I cut out and copied and made a completely new layer for just the foil. And this would be the layer that would be used for most of the glare in After Effects. I knew I wanted to get some really dynamic shots of the Atlas Pass going past the camera and having to do some crazy moves that I would then cut up into little pieces that would fly by the camera really quickly according to the intensity of the music that I was using. And then using that foil layer that I created in Photoshop, this guy right here, we can see a little bit more of a gleam where the light would hit it, so that when it passes by, it has more of a sheen to it. And then I go into Premiere and I throw it all down into the timeline, cut and splice and just mess it up. In the initial concept of the video, I thought, well, why not? Wouldn't it be cool to have some of these glitch effects that were happening in Season 1 of Waking Titan? So Noah had contacted me because he saw my last video about the glitched videos, kind of me theorizing about what those videos were all about. He contacted me, complimenting me, and said he wanted to work with me in the future, so I said, cool, I'll keep that in mind. Fast forward up to the delivery of the Atlas passes, I contacted him again and said, hey, I've got this video idea that would involve, you know, some of your specialties in glitching. And he was gung-ho about the idea, and after collaborating with him on several occasions, we came up with, I think, one of the best looking glitches for any kind of Waking Titan video. And then I had to add some kind of sound design. I had to make the item feel like it lived there in the frame. So kind of getting those whooshes in there to match the movement of the card as it flew around the screen. And then of course when you see the glitches, you expect to hear something, so I had to add something for that as well. I really enjoyed making this video, and I knew I was going to have a lot of questions about, did you receive your Atlas pass? And oh my gosh, like, congratulations. Like, no, I didn't receive it. So I'm still holding out for one. I know all of them haven't been sent out yet as of today, which is March 8th, 2018. Hello Games, Allison Smith. If you're watching this, I'm a very patient guy. Am I worthy?